Okay friends, it's time to get started on replacing our flex hose. One of the first things you want to do is safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the wheel's up off the ground. After that, you're going to use a 22mm socket to remove all of these caps, remove the cover, and then remove the lug nuts. Remove your wheel. Now that the wheel's off of there, let's pay attention to this area right here on the caliper. This is the bleeder screw. It's very important to make sure this can open before you go ahead and disconnect any of the brake lines. Typically on the end of the bleeder screw, you're going to have some sort of a dust boot. You want to hold on to these because you will be reusing it. Let's continue on with a 10mm wrench. We're going to go ahead and crack this open a little bit. You want to make sure you have a nice collection bucket, hand and eye protection at all times. Now, once you're sure that this does open up, we're going to want to make sure you have a pry bar in hand. We're going to go ahead and open this up. It's going to start trickling. Now let's make our way into the passenger compartment with that pry bar and carefully press down on the brake pedal. Now at this point, you can tell that the trickle stopped. Essentially what we did is we created an area where it's holding back the fluid, and we don't have to worry about any more fluid draining out of this area while we continue with the flex hose. I'm just going to close this off for now. Now we can start disconnecting the flex hose from the caliper. Let's start right here at the banjo bolt. To remove this, I'm going to use an 11mm socket. Let's go ahead and take this off of here. Keep in mind there could potentially still be some brake fluid in this area. As we start taking this off, you're going to see that you have two gaskets. One's typically on or near the banjo bolt itself, and then there should be another one in between the flex hose and the caliper. Now we can move along up to the bracket. Before I go ahead and remove this 10mm headed bolt, I'm going to go ahead and take the ABS wire off of the bracket. To do that, I'm going to use some long nose pliers, squeeze on these two ears, and gently pull it away. This off of here. Give your bolt a quick inspection, set it aside. Grab onto that bracket, give it a little wiggle. We'll go ahead and pull this right through here. Can lay this down. Let's continue on along the forward aspect of the control arm. You're going to find a bracket that holds the flex hose to it, held on by a 10mm bolt. Let's go ahead and remove that. Now we can go ahead and follow this up here, and we're going to start disconnecting the brake line from the flex hose. Just go ahead and turn this counterclockwise, fully remove it from the flex hose. Give it a quick inspection, make sure it's still in good condition. If it needs to be replaced, you're going to have to go ahead and replace the brake line. Now let's move along to this area right here. You can see that there's a metal bracket that holds the flex hose. On that bracket, there's also a metal clip. I'm just going to use some pliers. I'll grab onto the clip, give it a little wiggle. Should pop right off of there. You want to give it a quick inspection, make sure it's still in good enough condition. This is what holds the flex hose on. If it looks like it's broken or damaged, you need to replace it. Pull that right out of there. There it is, friends. Okay friends, it's time to get ready to install our left front flex hose. Now we're going to take this, we're going to take the area that goes up to the brake line and go ahead and bring it over there. To do that, I'm going to come underneath this ABS wire. Bracket under there. Now we're going to take this bracket, swing it up and around this control arm. We'll get this in position. Go ahead and take a bolt, start it in there. A little bit of copper never sees, couldn't hurt. Now we can go ahead and take this flex hose and we're going to get it ready to put it into the bracket. But before we do, I wanted to show you it. Looking right where my index finger is, you can tell that there's a little tab here. And if you were to follow it along the backside there, there's a larger tab. Those are alignment points. If you look up inside the bracket, you're going to see the exact same thing. Go ahead and put this up inside there, give it a little twist until it lines up, and then we'll put in our clip. When you put on the clip, you want to make sure you have the little flippy-do facing up. Now we can go ahead and start the line in there. When you do this, you want to make sure you start it in by hand, a few good threads to make sure it's completely situated before you go ahead and tighten it with a wrench. You don't want to cross thread it in. Okay, so right there feels as though it's bottomed out. I'm just going to take it a little bit further just to make sure it's completely tight. Give that a check, make sure it's secure. Follow our way down here. Now we're going to make our way to the bracket that connects onto this knuckle right here. Go ahead and clean that down so it's free and clear of any debris, and then apply a little bit of copper never seized to the threaded hole. Now we can bring this down to the knuckle, paying attention to our alignment tab here and the alignment hole on the knuckle. Go ahead and line those two up. Take your bolt, start it in there. Now we can go ahead and tighten up both of our mounting bolts. Now we're going to go ahead and take our banjo bolt, which is the mounting bolt for the flex hose, to the caliper. You're going to notice with your kit, it came with 2 new crush gaskets. Take one of them, you're going to put it right on there. Now we'll take this, we're going to slide it right through the flex hose. Grab that other gasket, slide it on the other side. That's essentially going to go in between this and the caliper. Now we can go ahead and line this up. We'll start it in by hand, a few good threads. After that, we can tighten it up. Okay, at that point, it just bottomed out for me. I'm going to take this a little bit further to make sure I crush each of those gaskets just enough that they make a seal. Give your flex hose a wiggle. If it pivots at all, you need to continue tightening. This feels good. Follow it all the way up to make sure you connected everything. After that, let's just go ahead and put on our ABS wire onto the bracket. Make sure that's secure so it doesn't fall off of there. The next thing you want to do is gravity bleed the system. What I mean by that is we're going to go ahead and open up this bleeder screw. We're going to let it trickle out until we see a majority of fluid coming out. Just do this for a second here. You can see I have fluid coming out. We're going to wait until we see most of the air bubbles finish popping out of there. You can see them spitting a little bit. Right now what's happening is the fluid from the master cylinder is getting pulled down by gravity down to this bleeder screw, and it's pulling out any air that might be inside that flex hose from our installation. Now at this point I have it so I have a pretty steady trickle of fluid. There still is a little bit of air bubbles, and that's fine because we have to continue on with a manual bleed. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and close this off. The next thing I want to do is make sure that the master cylinder is full of .3 brake fluid. If it's not full, just go ahead and top it off. Put that cap back on. Then we're going to need a second person. The second person is going to be inside the passenger compartment in the driver's seat. They're going to go ahead and step down on that brake 3 times slowly. On the 3rd time, they're going to hold it on the floor. Tell me floor. Then what I'm going to do is go ahead and open this up. We're going to see fluid come shooting out. And then once it stops coming out, I'm going to close this and I'm going to ask them to pump again. We'll repeat this process until we have no more air coming out of the system. Go ahead and pump up the brake pedal, please. Now I'm going to go ahead and close this off. I did see a little bit of air coming out of this, so we need to continue the process. Go ahead and pump, please. There was still a little bit of air. Let's go ahead and pump again. Go ahead and pump. Still got some air in there. I don't know how or why, but we're still getting air. Go ahead and pump. Oh gosh. Okay, so now at this point, you can see that I had no more air inside this braking system. Go ahead and get up inside the hood and make sure that master cylinder is full. Once you have it completely bled, make your way back over to that master cylinder and double check to make sure you're at the maximum line. Now let's go ahead and get the wheel back up on here. Now we can start on all of our lug nuts. We'll bottom them out, get the wheel safely back on the ground, and torque each of them to 140 foot-pounds. With the wheel safely back down on the ground, let's torque each of these to 140 foot-pounds in a crisscross manner. Torqued. Reinstall your center cover. Okay friends, we got the truck back together. What's left to do now? Now of course you're going to want to make sure you close that hood, take it for a road test, make sure the brakes work fine. Thanks for watching.